Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the 3 different types of helmet mounts that I've tried in the past and what my experiences are with them. As a disclaimer, I have purchased all 3 of these with my own money, so nobody's given me anything on this. So, first mount I'm going to talk about is the Dango Designs. This mount was the first one that I purchased, and it's a pretty nice mount. I think it retails, I think you can get them on Amazon for about $50, and it comes with a leash like this, and it comes with a screw. So, or at least I believe that's what it does. That's what they say it does. And it's been a while since I bought this, but I believe it comes with a button like this, the leash, and the screw. So the second one that I purchased was the chin mounts. And you can buy this direct from Chin Mounts for about $35 with free shipping from their website. And again, this one, I believe it actually comes with a leash and a button like this. All right, third one is the MotoRadds, and this is the MotoRadds Slim, and it's about $30, and you get free shipping with Prime, or I don't know if it's like $35 or what it is, but you can get free shipping on Amazon using Prime. You can also buy direct from their website. And it comes with the mount, a prep pad, it's like an alcohol prep pad, a primer, a very nice box that I did not keep, this mount, or this bracket, and this screw. So I'm going to talk about real quick about the way they mount. So this one, it mounts to your helmet by clipping on or onto anything else. It doesn't have to necessarily be a helmet. So I'm going to show you using this helmet here, and the way it clips on is you just open it up, kind of jam it on there, try and center it up the best you can, and it's mounted. So you can also clip it on in other ways. I'm not sure why you would want to put it on over on the side of the chin or anything like that, but it can also be clipped on over there. It can be clipped on to pretty much anything else. You can put it on a chair, you can put it on a tree. You've got a pretty decent gap right here that you can put something into, and it'll mount. And this rotates around, so whichever way you want to mount it, you can get the camera aligned. The chin mounts uses 3M tape to adhere to, this is a 3D printed product, and it adheres with the 3M tape on this pad here and on this pad here, and it would mount on your helmet just like that. So you and I believe it comes with an alcohol prep pad, and you clean off your helmet where it's going to mount, and you press it into place, let it cure. So the last one is the MotoRadds, and you guys can see here it mounts using the same 3M tape or similar 3M tape. I'm not sure if it's the same 3M tape as what the chin mounts does. So you can see that. All right, I'm going to talk about pros and cons a little bit for all of the different mounts. So the pros of the Dango Designs, in my opinion, it's a very versatile mount. Probably the most versatile of any of them. Actually, it is the most versatile of any of them, because you can clip it on any surface, not just a helmet, but I mean, if you want to hand it off to a friend who's doing a video, or if you're about to do something weird or want to get a different angle, you can hand it off to a friend, mount it to your handlebars. If you're stopping on your bike, you can unclip it off your helmet and clip it onto your handlebars, clip it onto your plastic, whatever you want to do, and it'll pretty much stay there. It's very strong. I know you can't see this in the camera, or maybe you can, but the spring is a very thick spring, and it's very strong. And like I showed in the previous shot, the mount is rotatable, so you can get pretty much any angle you want. So the next one I'm going to talk about, the pros, is the chin mount. It's very low profile. As you can see, whenever I have, this is the Bell MX9 ADV, you can see it doesn't get in the way of very much of anything here. It's very low profile in my opinion. They have a lot of helmets that these attach to. I think they get the 3D rendering from the manufacturer, or they do a scan of the helmets. I'm not sure how they do it, but each mount is 3D printed to the specific helmet. It is fairly quick to attach your action camera to it. You're going to end up needing a mount like this, and so you've got your action camera. You can have this attached to the helmet, and you just bring your action camera over and pop this in, and you're ready to go. And it's also fairly easy, fairly straightforward to attach to your helmet. Like I said, whenever it comes, this is already pre-cut attached to the chin mount. You just prep the helmet, pull the backer off of this, put it in place, and hold it there. Make sure it's fully adhered. All right. Next, we're going to talk about the pros of the MotoRadds. It's very low profile, as you can see here. I mean, it doesn't get in the way of very much of anything. I mean, it's just really small. It's modular and adaptable. So this is a universal style mount, and I was told, or whenever I contacted their customer support, they said it wouldn't mount on my helmet. They didn't recommend it. And I went ahead and ordered it anyway, and you can see that it fits just fine. I managed to get 100% of the tape to stick on a portion of the helmet. And I would say that this is fairly easy to attach to the helmet. Neither of the two stick-on ones are as easy as the Dango Designs, but it's fairly easy. You prep the helmet with the primer, you do a dry run of sticking this on, bend it the way the website and the YouTube videos show, stick it on there, and it sticks really well. All right, so now we're going to talk about the cons of the Dango Designs. So it is big. I mean, you can see it's just large. So whenever you put it on your helmet, at least on the Bell, the way it fits on, you've got extra piece of plastic down underneath your helmet. And I've had, whenever I look down with the Dango Designs, it contacts my chest plate, and it just feels like it limits my movement. So it's also heavier than the others. I know that's negligible, but all that weight goes to your neck, and it's sitting on the front of the helmet. And it also does catch a little bit more air if you're driving down the road. So it's going to be a little bit heavier and a little bit more wind drag. It also, at least on this particular helmet, it covers almost completely the vent in the front. So that's kind of a pretty big one for me. And it's also a little bit more expensive compared to the other ones. The other ones are fairly simple. This is a little bit more complex, so I can kind of see where the cost is, but you're looking at about $50 compared to $35 and about $30. All right, so next we're going to talk about the chin mounts, the cons of the chin mounts. So the first problem, or the biggest one I would say, is that it falls off. I had it fall off of my helmet while I was riding. It didn't do any damage to the GoPro or anything, but the pads, the 3M that sticks here, actually came off of the 3D printing. And if you do a little bit of looking around, you can't find it on their website, but if you do some looking around, you find out that that's a fairly common problem. So one of the solutions is to use a Sugru, and I tried that and it seemed to work fairly decent, but that's a pretty big con, is it doesn't work right out of the box. It just doesn't stick to the 3D printing. Second pretty big con for me was you have to supply your own clip, which is no big deal, but so far I've had 4 of these clips fail, and they fail right at this joint. So whenever you slide it in, pop it in place, or go to take it back out, I've had the clips just break off. And I don't know if there are any other cheaper places, but these clips come in a pack from GoPro, and they're not cheap. You get like 2 of these clips for like $16 with a whole bunch of other stuff that you don't really need. So that's kind of a big deal. So those are my 2 biggest complaints about the chin mounts, is that the glue that they supply doesn't, or the sticky tape doesn't adhere to this, and these continue to break. So the cons of the chin mount. Alright, so probably the biggest con of the chin mount that I have is that it takes a little bit more time to mount anything that you would have. So if you're going to mount a GoPro, you have to attach it somehow while the helmet's off, and then come down here and attach it again. So it's not a quick, your action camera is not a quick on and off at all. I mean, I imagine that I'm probably going to have to take my helmet off to be able to get to the GoPro, to be able to change the battery or whatever, because I use a media mod whenever I ride. But so that's probably the only con so far that I've found with the MotoRadds, is that it doesn't have an easy on-off. So overall, my thoughts, so far I really like the MotoRadds just because it's stable. It doesn't really block too much of the vent, even though the camera's right there. And it really holds the camera in place. That's a really big thing for me. I don't want it to keep falling off. So I'm probably just going to keep using the MotoRadds until I find something else that I think is better, maybe swap it out for whatever, but I really haven't seen too much else out there. So, if you guys have any comments or anything that I missed, please let me know. Please let me know down in the comments if you have a preferred helmet mount or chin mount that you like to use. Definitely let me know, and I'll take a look into it. Let me know how you like them, and let me know if you've had any of the same concerns that I've had with some of these other mounts. I know the Dango Designs is pretty popular. So, alright guys, please like and subscribe, leave comments down below. I appreciate it. Thanks.